In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
Jeez.
All right.
It's a big cup.
It is a...
It just fucking kept going. It didn't fill up.
That's what she said.
Oh.
You know, I've never heard that in my life, actually.
Yep. Never happened.
You're welcome, Justin. Oh, fuck.
Algorithms. Fuck boys.
Fuck algorithms.
Speaking of that, did we have any better luck last week when we didn't break the algorithm
No.
censorship?
No, it doesn't fucking... Fuck
Well,
the algorithm.
that episode, as I've told y'all before, doesn't come out until this week. So
Yeah.
we won't know.
Comes out tomorrow.
Well,
But,
we shall see.
And there you have it, folks.
Fuck boys.
That's
Fuck
how the cookie
boys.
crumbles.
It's about that time of the week.
Yeah. It's Monday for us. It's fucking Saturday for Patreon supporters.
It's something.
Hey.
Yeah.
That
it's-
means we fucking time travel.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's Tuesday for all you other.
Look at
And we're on the
fucks.
internet, which makes us immortal.
It has to be true.
There can be only one.
Or
Freedom Friends Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're your mediocre as fuck host for this mediocre as fuck podcast that we call the Freedom Friends. That's Mikey, I'm Jazz, this is Scott and John, and we are coming to you not even fucking close to live.
Nope.
From the Warfighter Tobacco Studios. Scott, tell them where we're coming from.
Hollywood? Oh. San Antonio, Texas.
You committed to it though.
Yeah,
buddy.
you did. You fucking
Hollywood,
went for it.
California.
Yeah.
No, we're not that communist.
We're definitely not,
Yeah.
and we're not on fire because God doesn't hate us here
Yeah.
in Texas.
Or murking cops. Or
You know why
fucking,
all the fires
Dude,
happen,
fucking
right?
cunts, bro.
Dude, California's
It's
fucked.
because they legalized pedophilia.
Yeah.
Right?
God's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, right? Like, at a certain point, he's going to be like, nope, fuck you.
The whole state of California can go fuck themselves this week.
Oh, you just had a dive bomb
I did. You see
right
that?
into your fucking scotch.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It adds to the flavor.
Straight up.
Got a little protein.
That's
I thought it was. I
good
thought
tequila.
it was. I thought it was ash.
No, it was a fucking suicidal fly.
Oh, well, you can deal with
Is
that.
that one of those Japanese flies?
Well, it's decent scotch, so the fly was probably just like, fuck it, that's a way to go.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
Fucking all leaving Las Vegas style.
One last hoorah.
So, fuck it, let's start with Johnny Boy.
Yo.
How was your weekend, buddy?
I got to watch people kill alligators.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was fucking awesome.
You
Nice.
Yeah,
fucking went and swamped it up for a while.
I got a chance to go out and be the liaison for Hero Sports Hunt.
Yeah.
And so we went down to the Womack Ranch down in McFadden, Texas.
How much did Mike, how appreciative was Barker since he was able to celebrate his kid's birthday without getting in trouble?
Everybody gave him so much shit too.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It's better them than his wife.
Yeah, and I was like, it's like you can talk all the shit that you want. I was like, but you know what? One thing he's not dealing with right now is an angry wife and an upset kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they're both fucking happy, so
Yeah.
he doesn't care if you
Nah,
guys are
Mike's a
upset.
good dad.
Yeah, Mike's a great dude.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do that just to dodge the fucking
No, not
angry
at all.
wife thing. He
And
did
was
that to be a
pissed.
good dad.
So he
Like,
drove
that's-
2.5 hours down on Friday.
Yeah.
Was there for, I don't know, a couple hours. And once everybody showed up, introduced, handed out swag, all that kind of stuff, made sure everything was good. Left me with everybody else. And then he actually hit me up late Saturday night. He's like, hey, man, what do you think? You think I should come back down Sunday morning to see everybody off? And I'm like, well, if you want to drive 5 hours round trip to spend an hour and a half hanging out with guys, that's on you. I was like, but got it handled. He's like, cool.
Pretty sure you can handle it, man.
Yeah.
But no, it was awesome. That was my first experience hunting alligators, just in general. I've never seen an alligator never up close. Like I've seen him in like, a pond at like Busch Gardens.
So
or
let's
some
talk
shit.
about these alligators.
Yeah.
How big were these guys?
They're big motherfuckers. He
so
was showing me pictures.
The smallest one I saw was a baby, about a foot big.
Nice.
And the biggest one that we got was 11 foot 8 inches.
Good God.
Weighing in at
Somewhere between 600 and 800 pounds.
That's a
We
dinosaur.
don't really know.
That's what I
That's
said.
a
It's a
big
fucking
thing.
dinosaur.
That's a
And so
dinosaur.
cool thing about
fucking
cool
T-Rex.
thing about dinosaurs. Cool thing about alligators.
There's a lot of cool things about
So
dinosaurs.
for the first 5 years of the alligator's life, it grows about a foot a year. So it takes 5 years to get about 5 feet. And then after that, they could grow an inch or they could grow 2 feet.
Based on their
a year,
diet?
So
depending
you're
on their
not
diet.
sure how old that
Not
motherfucker
really,
was.
because I asked him, I was like, "How can you tell how old this alligator is? Like, how long does it take to get this big?" He's like, "You could ask 20 different people and get 20 different answers."
Huh.
And this dude's been doing it. I mean, his whole life. He
Roughly-
got his first alligator. He's 9 years old.
65, 70 million years old.
Fucking swamp people.
Somewhere in there.
It's
Yeah, these kind
but
of
it
guys
was
that are
cool.
hunting alligators
I mean,
in fucking flip flops.
Interesting
Right.
fact. Interesting fact. Which river were you hunting these gators in?
the one that we go in all the fucking time, the Guadalupe.
The Guadalupe.
I was like, what
like-
river is this? He's like the Guadalupe.
The,
And I'm like,
the much southern half of it, though.
it's still
Yeah.
the same fucking river.
It's
so
the same
we're
river,
literally we're
but-
on the boat cruising down. We're going like he's got 8 miles of fucking riverfront on his property. It's like 8,900 acres is this ranch. It's giant.
That's a chunk of land.
Yeah. It started off
yeah.
in 1865. His family started off with 100,000 acres. And then they split it 35 or 36 different ways based on family members and shit. And then a great grandfather of a great grandfather, some line, fucked the help a couple different times. So a couple different families have like small, here's 200 acres here, 500, 2,000, that aren't family,
I wish somebody would just randomly give me 2,000 acres
shit, dude.
on
No
the
shit.
river.
Well, this was back
if
in
I
like,
was to help, I'd fuck the guy too.
this,
Yeah,
was,
right?
this
Be
was
like,
back in the
give us a
late,
little
late
holding here.
1800s, early 1900s
You
when
gotta
this
think though,
happened.
back then, though, landowners that was like the aristocrat. That was like the
Yeah.
that's rich people.
Yeah.
Like that's how
Yeah.
you became loaded was with land.
Straight up, I'd fuck somebody for 2,000 acres.
Fuck
though.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
2,000.
I'd eat
That's
cake.
your number?
I'd eat cake.
Fuck it. Probably less, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Probably 100 acres.
Yeah.
Probably 100 acres. I'd be like, yeah, fucking, I'll throw one down. Let's fucking go.
You could even pick the type of cake you want me to eat.
Right? Like fuck.
Fucking.
It's not gay at that point. It's
yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's an investment.
You're not even getting a cake. Here's a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I've been fucked worse in a business deal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
At least I'm getting something out of
No
it.
Yeah,
shit.
fuck. At least at the end of that, it's like, you know what? This is going to be 15 minutes of pain for a lifetime investment.
Right.
Fucking in. Here's my 100 acres.
Yeah. But no, it was pretty cool. So we had a couple land baits, and so we did land baits and river baits, and there's two kind of different styles. In theory, it's the same thing. You hang chicken on a hook, and you wait for the gator to fucking eat it, and then you pull the line up and shoot the gator.
So did you have like a
in the top of
guide
the
or
head.
something that was setting all the bait?
The landowner. Yeah,
He was
William.
the master.
He was the masturbator?
He was the masturbator. Yep. He was
See, Scott knew where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the land baits get a little interesting because you're on a bank or you're kind of an elevated platform, but you can't get right on top of the alligator. So you got to be pretty good at aiming. But you
got
also
a
have
Johnny on the spot, dude.
you also have to worry about the alligator, like climbing out of the water onto the dry land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're for as big as they are,
They're faster than
kinda
people
like
think
me.
they are.
Kind of like me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty quick for a fat guy.
Yeah, right. Pretty quick for a big dude. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty fast.
They're pretty quick. But
is-
then there's also a lot of other hidden.
Is there any truth?
Dangers.
Is there any truth to the serpentine method on alligators? From
What's
what I
that?
understand, is that they're only fast in a straight line. If you serpentine that ass, they have trouble
Well,
following
that
you.
has to be
So I have a
true.
gun, so I don't have to run from them.
Well, no, I'm with it, but just for like pure safety.
I don't know. I think a 12-foot alligator, the reach is probably a fucking 10-foot arc. Like
He's
those things
probably
can
got a-
fucking
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like, so I don't know if you're trying to like out there just be like, I'm gonna break this shark's, I'm gonna fucking break this gator's ankles. Like,
you
I don't-
want to see me fucking fast though? Put a fucking 12-foot alligator on my ass. I'm gonna be fucking flying, bro.
Yeah.
Like you ain't
Yeah.
catching me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think at that point, serpentine or not, I'm like, that's,
yeah, I'm beelining the fuck to high ground.
Yeah.
Fucking zip. I'm up a tree.
fuck
I'm gonna look like
Why-
I'm gonna
why-
look like the fucking roadrunners from Looney Tunes,
Yeah.
and my legs are gonna fucking move in a full circle. And
Usain
just fucking
Bolt will be
dust trail.
behind me.
That's why. That's why in the army I was accurate because I was not fast.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But so the land baits are baited on the side of a river or into a pond or standing body of water or something like that, and those ones are kind of cool because they it's a little bit more of a kind of a struggle with the alligator because you don't know what the fuck it's going to do, if it's going to come climb out at you or if it's just going to hang out and chill or whatever. So we got we got 4 on land baits. No, 3 on land baits, and we got 3 on river baits. And river baits are very interesting because
You're in a boat.
you're in a boat, and
Yeah.
these things are fucking big.
And they're water-based creatures.
Yeah, and so he was telling us a story about a couple of years ago. They caught a 12'6", 12'8" alligator, and the fucker bit a hole in the boat.
Oh,
Jesus
And the
Christ.
boat literally had about 1.5 inches left by the time they got back to pull the boat out before the boat was going to sink. And it was just filling up with water. So they cut out the piece that were like a square around the hole the alligator bit. Because at first they're like, oh, it was just shrapnel. And then they looked at it and you can see like the teeth marks and it was like biting through a fucking piece of aluminum foil.
Yeah.
These things, so I started doing some homework on them. They have like 2,700
PSI bite pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pounds
Yeah.
per square
they
inch.
can bite through steel.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. And then so you look at like a picture and you see their teeth and they look almost rounded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you grab like the top of the mouth of the alligator, open it to take a picture, you damn near cut your fingers on their teeth because they're fucking sharp as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Really?
And I
and
did not
they-
expect that.
They interlock too.
It doesn't
like a
look like
shark's-
they would.
Like they,
No, not at
So
all.
are they
Like they
they're-
lay
are they-
into each other
Are
and
they
stuff?
round looking at them, but like sharp
Yeah, they come to a
width-wise.
fucking point.
widthwise?
Well, because like the base of them's like some of the teeth, the base of them like three-quarters of an inch
Right.
in diameter, and then it comes down and it looks like rounded, almost like a U.
Yeah.
But at the tip of that U, it's fucking sharp,
Oh, I'll be damned.
and it does not look that way. So as
Looks
soon as
like
I
a U,
grabbed
but
it,
it's really a V.
yeah, I grabbed it and I picked up the top of the mouth and I was like, ow, ow, and put it back down. I'm like, fuck, like that hurt. Everyone's like, yeah.
And you'll get some nasty shit from their mouths, man. They are dirty
They're
motherfuckers.
gross. They're
Yeah. Well, you were
fucking
telling me how they
disgusting.
eat and why you couldn't eat these ones.
Well, so they
Yeah.
eat.
They eat anything.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah.
They're opportunistic eaters.
Yeah.
So like they'll eat live stuff, but they're scavengers. Like
dead.
they don't give a fuck.
What they were saying, what they'll do down there is they'll pull something off the bank, whether it's a raccoon or a armadillo, a possum, a boar, anything, wild hog.
Yeah.
And they'll kill it, and then they'll swim underneath, the water, find a fucking log, and wedge it underneath that log for a couple of months until it rots, and then eat it.
That's gross.
Fermenting.
Oh, but it was awesome.
You guys swim in that river all the time.
It's
right.
It's very, I was looking at the
upriver.
pictures. It's very clear where we swim. There you can't see any.
Yeah,
at
like
all.
you can literally put your fingers in the water, and as soon as you break the surface of the water, you can't see your fingers anymore.
Yeah, it's-
like there's zero visibility.
It's all swamp down there.
Yeah,
man.
yep.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
But it was pretty cool. And with the boats, it's a little bit more. You get to wrestle them a little bit more, just because they're kind of in their natural habitat. You're not trying to pull them up on land or anything.
Yeah, how'd you guys get that big motherfucker out the water?
Roll them into a boat.
Just 1,200 pounds, just fucking or whatever.
Well, it's probably about 700.
But still,
But so what you do at first is you grab the head, you put a nose rope on the gator, and it's like a slip knot going around the top of the mouth, and that way you have something to pull on, and because if you kill it and you let go, it's just going to sink to the bottom and you're done. And so you put a nose rope on it, and you start pulling so you get the head out of the water, and you literally take the head and you fold the head over the side of the boat, and then you grab an arm and you roll it into the boat, and you just start grabbing stuff and rolling. And that's all. You can't just pick it straight up.
And your boat's not tipping over.
Fucking damn near in the water. And so like on the shoot, so you have a shooter boat and then you have a body boat. On the
Okay.
shooter boat, we had 4 people in the boat. And so we had the guy holding the rope, we had the person shooting, and then we had a video guy and a counterbalance.
what'd you do?
I was the counterbalance and the video guy. Originally it's supposed to be the video guy. But those swamp people are pretty skinny.
Yeah. I was
So-
like, you're gonna be the counterbalance.
Yeah,
guy.
so they didn't really say anything. As soon as they started going and pulling on it, and the gator starts pulling back down, so they're starting to rock the boat. I just got on the other side of the boat, and it was totally fine.
Yeah.
But like the body boat, when they start rolling them into that gets hairy on those big guys.
Fucking sketchy as shit.
But yeah, they get them in, and the big tail comes out, slaps down on the boat, and then it's funny because so they're essentially giant lizards.
So you getting boots or what?
No, I didn't get one. I didn't. So if I got one,
I asked the same question.
if I got one, the head was going to be
Euro.
a Euro mount, so just the skull,
Sure.
and then I was going to do boots, belt, some sort of a cigar holder. So essentially, what they do is you get the whole hide and you get it tanned, whatever color you want, and then you just go to a leather maker.
yeah, you just
And
get
you're like,
hand over the
"Here,
leather.
What can you make with this? What are my options?" And they'll tell you, you can get this, or that, or this and this and that, or you can do a whole wall mount with the whole thing, or
I'm telling
whatever.
you, man, you bring one of those down to Nicaragua, you could get some good shit made for cheap.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think
Just roll that bitch up, just tape the nigger off.
Well, that's what they
Like,
do. They just roll them up and they put
Yeah.
a band around them. But getting through customs, I think, will be the interesting part.
I don't know.
Not going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're probably more picky.
They're more.
Ship it.
Yeah.
Ship it first.
No,
Yeah.
that's
If
even
it
worse.
fits, it ships.
Our bands are stuck in customs right now.
Yeah.
You could also just literally go to Mexico and get it all done for the same price.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't, they don't
Except
give any
we-
kind of
I mean, your
fuck.
boots are going to come back like super pointy. But
Curl in the front.
You got one that's just the tail.
It just wiggles. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So they're lizards, and I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever seen like a lizard lose its tail
What
or
do you mean
anything like that.
essentially? They are 100% lizards.
Yeah, but so when like a lizard loses its tail, it's the nerves still fucking go. So like we get these gators in the boats and they're still moving,
Yeah.
and it's not like, I mean, they're dead as fuck, but they're still moving. And it literally, like, we had one on the boat and we got it all the way back to where it was, loaded it fucking up, put it on a trailer, and we were driving a trailer back up, and the thing's fucking rolling, doing barrel rolls
Oh,
on the
my
trailer.
goodness.
And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Like,
Did we shoot it again?
yeah, like, what the fuck?
That's wild.
But it's funny, like one of them, they're like their telltale is like, if you poke its eye, you flick its eye and it blinks, like you shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And so we had this one, it was probably fucking 15 minutes.
just walk around, just thump on the eye.
15 minutes after we killed it, and the dude thumped its eye and it blinked. And everyone's like, whoa, jumped back. And they flipped the other eye and the other eye blinked, and they're like, what the fuck?
Shoot it again?
No, it was dead. It was dead as fuck. It was just nerves that were
I don't know.
It was weird. It was
Zombie fucking dinosaurs
I don't
are
know.
not cool with me.
I'm gonna
dude.
go with I don't know what you guys were shooting, but
The
max
net-
it's like $1 a
I
squeeze.
did watch it.
I'm
No.
pretty sure fucking
So,
that buck
they were
is
shooting with
totally worth it.
He
Really.
was in either 40s or 410.
The guy would have
Yeah.
flipped the eye, and the next comment would have been like, "Motherfucker, you put a hole in the boat." Like, I don't care. That fucker's dead now.
100%
But
dead.
I watched a 410, solid 410 slug ricochet off the fucking top of an alligator's head.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh.
Yeah,
Well, their
thick
skulls and stuff are like
motherfucker.
plated and shit like
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah,
they're-
It didn't.
thick
Yeah, it
skulled
didn't
motherfuckers.
even pierce the skin. It just fucking ricocheted, and you could see like there's a line, like a mark where it ricocheted. I'm like, fucking a. But there's a sweet spot. There really is. Like it's super hard all the way up, and then right behind the eyebrows, and there's you see like
chilly
a
over
huge
there?
brow bone.
You chilly over there, buddy?
Right behind that is like the
Yes.
medulla oblongata, like the operation center of the brain. and
Something wrong
spinal
with his
cord.
medulla oblongata.
And it's like a little fucking, probably a 2.5 inch, 3 inch like sweet spot.
that's why gators are so angry.
He's got all
Yeah.
them teeth and
No
no toothbrush.
I like boobies.
She showed me her boobies. I like them too.
Well,
Scott,
fuck, man.
how
That was
was
a hell
your
of a
weekend?
weekend.
Jesus Christ.
We pause on the old booby thing.
He
here.
fought dinosaurs. What'd you do?
I didn't have to fight dinosaurs this weekend, but it was close.
You call some dinosaurs?
No, I didn't call any either.
He misses his pet. Then.
No, same shit, man. I got drunk here on Saturday, and then or was that Friday?
That was Friday. When
Friday.
you put out the
Yeah.
call to action for everyone.
Yeah.
Just like, come drink with me.
And then Saturday went to the river, and Sunday went for a motorcycle ride. It's kind of nice. So, yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Mikey, how was your weekend, buddy?
It's good, man. It was good.
Who's got a lighter?
Friday, I went to your place.
You did? You did?
Hung out at your place and
Had dinner?
had
Good
dinner. Yeah. Fucking hung out over there. It was nice. And then Saturday, Haley and I got a sitter. And we were going to call you.
Yeah,
And
I remembered halfway through Saturday. I'm like, oh fuck, Mikey never called.
she was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the river. She's like, I just kind of want to just go to a bar. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, Scott doesn't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. So we, she was like, yeah, I just kind of,
we went to the poorhouse afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have all
Yeah.
night, so we were like, well, let's fucking go. So, funny story though, went out with Brandon, our buddy Brandon Hamrick.
Oh.
And
nice.
The mustache himself.
the mustache himself, and his wonderful lady. We met up over in La Cantera, went to Kona Grill, and I'm just gonna say it publicly. Kona Grill can go fuck itself.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like Kona Grill. The food's amazing.
Yeah.
Poured drinks well. It was all good. We're sitting there for about an hour. We probably got a $200 tab racked up. We each had like 4 or 5 drinks,
Yeah.
fucking 4 different fucking appetizers. Like we're
Not
fucking
an inexpensive place to drink.
no, we're hanging out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And all of a sudden, the manager comes up and he's like, he looks at us. He's like, "You guys have to leave."
What?
And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, apparently, and those of you who don't know, Brandon is kind of famous on TikTok.
A little bit.
And he made a TikTok about a month and a half, 2 months ago of the, you know, that, what are you doing out here with all that ass? Double cheeked up ass fucking video. Well, he did it on one of the fucking waitresses at Kona.
Oh,
And it got a little popular, and
man.
she's offended by it. And because she's offended by it, she told the fucking, after we sat there for an hour, she tells the fucking manager, and manager comes up and he's like, "Yeah, you got to leave. You're fucking not welcome here in any of our establishments." They banned him on a corporate level.
That's awesome.
He's
I'd be
like,
so proud of that.
well, so the cool part is he was like, the manager was like, "You guys don't have to pay your tab. It's all been taken care of."
holy shit!
So I was like,
Oh,
I'm not seeing the fucking down here, bro.
Like, thanks, Brandon.
But I was like, hey, can you charge me for something so I can tip our waitress? And he's like, yeah. So I give him my card. He charges me like $3, right? But I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for the card. And the waitress comes over and I was like, yeah, we're getting kicked out. Our waitress, our new waitress,
Right.
the one that we've had, not the one that was in the video.
Yeah,
And she's like, you got kicked out. And we're like, yeah. She's like, why? I was like, he made a TikTok. I don't know. And she goes, oh, that's you guys? And I was like, first of all, that's him. That's not me. That's him. I was like, but secondly, yeah, that's us. And she's like, oh, I was like, but he's got my card. And she's like, oh, let me go get it. So she goes over there and she comes back and she hands me my tab, $3.25. They just charged me for like a water or some shit. I don't know, or for like a soda.
yeah.
And she was like, he called the cops.
What?
Because as he's kicking us out, Brandon's ass got his phone up and is like, "What's your name? What's your name again, bud?" And he's got him on and he's TikToking his ass too, because it's fucking freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's 100% protected speech. And so I tip her. We tip her well. We tip her like $80. You know, it's not her fault that her manager's a douchebag and she got a sensitive ass coworker, right? And first of all, let me just say, this chick's ass is fucking huge. She's got a waist like the size, like a 28-inch waist, and her fucking ass is like this. Like it's fucking massive.
Was her name Judy?
It could be.
Okay.
Big booty Judy. You know? But and then the best part is though, in the TikTok, you can go back and watch it. It's on his fucking TikTok page, which I believe is the Tattooed Dad.
I believe you were correct.
We might.
Oh, I think he's pulled it up.
Did you pull it up?
Jesus.
It's a big
Oh,
ass.
Jesus.
Look at her ankle though. She's got an anklet on. She's got a fucking. She's on probation.
Yeah, she's got a house arrest.
Oh,
She's got a house arrest.
Let's see this.
But it's a big O ass.
Yeah.
Like she's double cheeked. But it's like,
That is a booty.
but it's like a complimentary video. Like he's not shit talking her.
No.
It's a complimentary video. And but she was apparently butthurt about it. No pun intended. Well, some pun intended. And we got booted out of Kona. So we walked down the way to Bar Louie and spent the next few hours drinking and eating there. So all
There
in
you
all,
go.
fucking good Saturday.
Not bad at all.
Why would they kick you out and not charge you? Like I would have charged you and then kicked you out. Like,
Yeah, right? I don't know.
I'm going to side with,
I mean, it's good that they did that.
I'm
but
going to side with, if you're going to kick somebody out for something that happened a
Yeah,
month
you
and a
can't
half
be like,
prior,
I'm going to kick you out.
you can't
but
be
here's
like,
your tab.
you're out.
Like,
yeah.
You need to pay this tab right now too.
Yeah.
Because me as a patron, I'd be like, "Fuck you!
Yeah.
You should have told me I couldn't be in here when I
Yeah.
fucking sat down."
Yeah, right.
Like,
That's
like
yeah,
Yeah.
you let me run a $200 tab before you
not
decided
even just
to
that.
fucking-
Like there was a wait. So like we went in, they requested a table. Like we showed up, they had already requested a table. They walk out as we were about to walk in. So we stayed outside for 25 minutes waiting on a table. And then we get to go in there. We get to a table. We wanted a patio. They didn't give us a patio. They gave us a booth. We're sitting in a booth. We're having a good time. We're being respectful. Nothing was crazy. Having drinks, having food. It was all good. And this shit just happened. And it was like, are you fucking kidding me? Get kicked out of Kona for a fucking TikTok. That's hilarious.
that is
Awesome.
great.
Right? So that was Saturday. We went back to the house. The babysitter brought the kids home. And then Sunday was my chill day. Actually, I went to like Home Depot, or I went to Lowe's rather. Bought some stuff for the house. Trying to get some
Bed
shit.
Bath and Beyond.
Didn't have enough time.
No.
But yeah, no, just bought some stuff for the house. Haley's doing some home improvement stuff, some curb appeal shit for the front of the house. So
nice.
did some of that stuff, and then we fucking kind of hung out.
I'd like to say that we learned that things that you put out on the internet affect your life.
Yes.
But we do this fucking podcast.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, this hasn't affected my life much other than my whole family does not talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, family.
So, I mean, my wife's family listens to the show.
Yeah.
Which
I
is,
would consider this show to be a
interesting.
total fucking victory if something we said on this show got us banned from somewhere at a corporate level.
Absolutely.
I would fucking love for that to happen.
Ooh, well, let's target something.
Kona, fuck them.
Half of us are already kicked out of there, Mikey.
No, I'm still good.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I don't
still
remember
good.
the last time I went to a Kona Grill.
This fucking delicious,
Last
man.
time I went to Kona Grill was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I've
The food's great,
I've
dude.
never,
It's really
I've never
good
been
food.
to one.
It's really good.
Well, it's like Japanese fusion,
yeah.
but it's good as fuck. Like the food's awesome. Man, they have this like spicy edamame.
It's
Fucking
good food.
dope,
It's
dude.
it's about as Japanese as fucking PF Chang's is Chinese.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
it's not
I like that. I dig that though.
yeah.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not good. It's just
No.
trying to call it like it's Japanese food. No, it's not. It's
That's why I say fusion.
Yeah, it's-
yeah, that fusion after
it's
that.
Japanese inspired American food. That's
Yeah.
what it is. But it's good.
But it is good. Yeah.
I
Drinks
still,
are a little pricey.
I
though,
still
for me.
think we
They're a
need to
little
go
proud
to
of the
fucking. We need to go to China and open up an American food establishment. And all it is a fat guy with shorts, no
A wing
shirt,
shop?
and an apron.
No, no,
flip cooking hamburgers and hot dogs
No,
on a
no,
grill.
it's Panda Garden.
No, it's hamburgers and hot dogs on a grill, and it's
Yeah.
by a fat white dude, shorts, no shirt,
like a
and
fucking like a
and
James
an apron.
Coney Island.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
in fucking
We gotta have like
Or a barbecue joint.
We gotta have like a sassy like mother figure like mama in there that's like calling out orders.
Right?
Yeah.
Give me 14 fucking snickerdoodles. Fucking slap it in the ass with a. Make it cry. Like, do all that
calling
weird
all
shit.
the weird shorthand shit.
Yeah, just like out there, just fucking give me that.
Slap it on the ass and make it cry.
I think that means
Johnny.
rare with onions.
Rare with that.
Would you like a Waffle House? Imagine that. Waffle House over in Japan. That would be fucking, you'd be a millionaire.
I bet you would. In Japan,
Yeah, you'd be a fucking millionaire. Get a
I heard
Waffle
that
House.
like there's fucking
I don't know
these
that- I
huge
don't-
like Texas themed tequila bars in Japan.
There's all sorts of shit like that.
Apparently
of
they're like
tequila.
huge on fucking like Texas and Japan.
What are you drinking there, guy?
Little Don Julio tequila.
Don Julio.
Julio, yeah.
Don Julio.
Julio.
Little Don Julio.
So I bought us
felony
the
juice?
booze tonight because I drank a lot of the podcast's alcohol this weekend and
Yeah.
I had to make up for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I got a little tequila and some John Bar scotch over there, and yeah.
Which is what I'm drinking.
and I got some stuff for Johnny.
Yeah, John gets a special drink
He gets
tonight.
a special drink.
do.
Going back to podcast.
You know,
Mikey, do you
my
wanna-
drink- my drink's full right now.
A fucking
Mikey, do you want to square him away right
I
now?
sure fucking do. But
Yeah.
while I'm doing that, Jags,
My drink's
how
full.
was your weekend, buddy?
I had a pretty good weekend, man.
My drink is full.
We don't care.
It'll
We
hold.
do not care.
It'll
Give
hold.
zero
It'll be
fuck.
fine.
So I grabbed the metal cup so the ice wouldn't melt.
Yeah. No, I had a good weekend, man. My wife and I actually just celebrated our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
So
that's why you weren't with us for
Yeah,
the last.
that's why I wasn't on the
talk
last
about
one. So we had dinner and other than that, man, we took it pretty easy. I had to do attempted to do some home improvement stuff. I tried to hang the pot rack in my kitchen.
Oh, usually you hang those in like the spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Wrong kind of pot rack.
Yeah. But
John's thinking grow ops over here.
so the first attempt was to go in and actually just hit the fucking trusses and hang the eye bolts into the trusses and
Yeah.
whatever.
Give him the worst one there, Mikey.
Only to
They
find
all
out that
suck.
yeah, they all suck.
Yeah, so
Mikey, what is that?
Only
He's
to
just shaking his head.
only to find out that it turns out that the truss work in my
It's
place
the
is,
Caucasian.
the Caucasian nail.
Foot.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever it is. Talon.
yeah, the Caucasian Talon.
It turns out the truss work in my place is actually those metal
Oh yeah,
like trusses or
That's a
whatever.
little harder.
So you can start drilling, and I punched through one, but
Can't feel it.
it's not going to hold the fucking 2-inch eye bolt that's supposed to go in there
Yeah.
to fucking. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to go to Home Depot, and I got those like
Pink, please.
those
Thank
super
you.
fucking anchors that you're supposed to. They're like all steel, and you put them in, and
Right.
it's supposed to be when you start running the screw in, it like turns at 90 degrees
Yeah.
and then sandwiches against it. One of them worked. The other one broke in the process of fucking trying to put it together. So I didn't get to fucking hang the damn thing. But and then on that was Sunday. Saturday,
Nice balloon knot.
the wife and I actually just kind of went around San Antonio and just kind of fucking
Yeah.
went on just kind of a rando adventure. Just like went to stores we'd always talked about going to and
Nice.
shit like that. And took it pretty easy and finished up Hannibal, television show.
Oh, I
So
saw
fucking
this.
good, dude.
It's really good.
So fucking good.
I didn't realize how far in the story it would go. I didn't realize it ran
It changes from the movies. Like it kind of rewrote some of the movies.
a little bit. However, right after we were done with it, we did go watch Red Dragon, which I hadn't seen in
Oh, what are
fucking.
you doing?
Wow.
Well, that one didn't work. But this is the gist. That's the gist of
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
That is.
It'll still work.
I don't know. You're gonna have to reach in and grab that bottle out.
Well,
I
when
think.
he starts taking it down, I'm gonna
with
put
the
the rest
straw.
of
Yeah,
that.
we're
Yeah.
gonna top it off.
Yeah. Jazz, you might have to pause, and we got to talk about
Yeah,
this.
so we're gonna talk about this real quick.
This
So
is going back
episode
to episode 2, I believe.
2, I think,
Episode
is when this was
2.
made.
And this
When-
is
What did we name this? This is
So I'm gonna. This is
Bad decisions.
it was date rape in a glass.
no. This is 6-month probation.
That's
what
right.
we're.
It was like
But because it's essentially a popped collar and date rape in a glass. I'm going to put a moratorium on the unspeakable so that Mikey can explain exactly what goes into this drink for those that are latecomers to the show and didn't go watch
You can
all
say
the
it
rest
one
of us.
time.
one time.
So you
All
get
right.
time.
one time to explain what is actually in this beverage.
It's a Jaeger bomb with ice and a White Claw.
so
That's it.
sugar-free Red Bull. Little nip of Jaeger.
Still in the bottle.
The whole bottle is upside
Yeah, the
down
whole bottle.
in the
In the
cup.
cup. Yeah.
You just put fucking COVID in my drink.
Probably. It's
Good.
been in the freezer for like
Good.
2 weeks.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
It's got booze in it. You're fine.
I have a mask in my truck. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're
That's
fine.
right. As long
And
as you don't
you're
walk
not from
through the
the-
doorway.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the
As
fucking.
long as you're not from the door to your table,
We're
you're
gonna,
okay.
we're gonna talk about the CDC statement of fucking
Right?
COVID that
Fucking
came
absolutely.
out. We're talking about that.
Which one? The one where
We'll get there. Finish your fucking
We'll get
drink.
there.
All right.
So are you just gonna pour that as I'm
this
drinking
through the
this?
straw.
As you're
Yep.
drinking, he's going to refill. So you've got to. It's the magic refilling drink. You got to take the knot
I
out
gotta
of it.
take the fucking balloon knot out of the straw. That's slowing me down.
But you got to leave it.
Twisty straw.
You got to
That's,
leave it. No, you got to leave it bent.
I'm built for fucking speed, not comfort, and this drink tastes like shit. So
I thought you were built for comfort, not speed.
no.
No, that's me.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! And we're off to the races. Here we go. And we're gonna go ahead and backfill.
He's not getting any of that Jaeger.
Yeah, you got to pull up on the Jaeger now.
Scott, you got to talk into the mic, my friend.
He's not getting any of the Jaeger.
Pull up on the Jaeger.
There
it
Oh,
goes.
there it is. There. Oh, that's so disgusting.
Oh, God.
I hope you're enjoying this.
This is bringing back memories that are fucking painful.
Yeah, you decided to not drink for 30 days during this. Now you're gonna have to not drink for 30 days after this. 'Cause-
Yeah, this will fucking ruin booze.
Ugh. How was that? How was that? You got through it quick.
Oh, I'm trying not to get brain freeze.
Not
Yeah.
bad with the straw.
You got through that way faster than I did.
He had a much better straw than we had. Remember, I had those fancy straws that sucked ass. They were
Oh,
like-
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
At least we got them in Marvel cups when you made them for us, though.
that's true.
You know, that wasn't that bad, actually.
Oh, get
This
the fuck
fucking
out
guy.
of here.
No, it really wasn't. It was a mix between there's a subtle hint of Jaeger, Red Bull, and some grapefruit. And it was actually a pretty good fucking
What
that was
kind
probably the best
Mine
one
was
you could have
disgusting.
chose out of all of them. They're really
Yeah, I probably should have went with the lime.
I wouldn't order it again, but it wasn't.
Well, technically, you
I
didn't
mean, it
order
tasted
that one.
like shit.
The
Yeah.
Jaeger didn't get a chance to really do its thing. You drink it almost straight Jaeger at that point.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good.
Well, now you've caught up. You still missed the old-fashioned night, though, so that's still...
Well, now that I did this, I get rewarded with the old fashioned, right?
No,
No.
you have 11 more.
Are you new to this show? Like, what kind of question is that?
Rewarded?
That was a
You're
question.
rewarded.
Rewarded.
This fucking guy.
Rewarded.
This fucking guy.
I actually got old-fashioned round 2 because Mikey came over a couple months ago and fucking brought all the ingredients and made old-fashions at my place.
Those were good.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you were there.
Still. Yeah, I think the burps taste worse than it was going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It,
Jazz.
it hangs out.
I don't know
I need
where
a
you
lighter.
left
We got a
off.
So yeah, my weekend was mostly I spent time with the wife and celebrated our 1 year
Yeah.
and did some housework and stuff like
We
that. And
celebrated the 1 year last Thursday.
Last Wednesday. Because 9/9 is actually our anniversary.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why I wasn't here to
'cause
record the
we
show.
did the show on Wednesday.
That's right.
9/9 was actually the
We were all there.
1 year marker. Everybody, well, almost everybody here was there.
We even waited for him.
45 minutes we waited for
Yeah,
him.
all right, we hit this on the fucking last show. Y'all waited 45 minutes and nobody wanted to text or call me.
I didn't have your number.
I didn't have your number.
Yeah, my brother over there sure as fuck did.
I literally told you when I was leaving the parking lot, hey, we're going down to do
no,
this.
you
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Swear to
Because
God.
you were in your truck and I walked up to the window and
I
told
was
you we were
standing
going to
next
do
to
it.
him.
Justin, it was his day.
You even
should have been
acknowledged
more
him. You were like,
supportive.
okay.
No, I was not notified of this.
Yeah.
Was not notified of
100%
this.
you
I
were.
literally have witnesses that it fucking happened.
The thing that's happening right now is Justin's upset he wasn't there. But Jazz, you're the one that should be pissed because your brother didn't show up.
Yeah. He fucking blew off your wedding.
Your brother
was
did
like,
not
"Fuck
show
you."
up.
It's okay.
Man.
okay.
I'm still fucking pissed. I don't give a shit.
The people that cared that were there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, Scott and I shut down Warfighter Tobacco for about 4 hours to
That's
go to
right.
Jazz's wedding.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even fucking make it down for your
I
own
left
blood.
my important job.
Quit with that horse shit. Try to fucking lie to me like that, Mikey.
I don't even think I worked there yet.
The funny thing is,
I think you did.
the only motherfucker that would have been mad that he left his job to go
was there.
was fucking
He
there.
was there.
So-
Yeah.
the thing is the entire plan was
Damn,
we were
Justin.
just supposed to go down and do like the quick fucking let's just get married to make this legal because we were doing some purchasing and stuff like that and then have a wedding later. We've just never gotten around to have the fucking wedding. So
Well, it was going to be in March, and then COVID happened.
yeah, that's
And
true.
you're like, yeah, maybe we'll do it in the summer, and COVID's still here.
Yeah, so like there's
So now
nowhere
it's
to go.
fall. It's like, fuck.
Well, and then in the summer we were planning like, okay, well fuck it, we'll just have a big celebration on our 1 year anniversary. We'll have it at our place. We'll invite everybody over. Like we'll buy a cake. We'll do the whole like, and then, but it's still,
Are you gonna eat it or sit on it?
yeah. And it's still like you can't get anything fucking done. So, but
We did a T-shirt.
yeah.
Just a slice of cake.
We need a man. we need somebody just sitting in a chair when you do have that cake. Just sitting in the chair.
Yep.
You guys pick.
So yeah, eventually we'll probably have like an actual wedding, but
Yeah.
we're still as legally married as anybody that fucking spent 20 grand on one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's my thing, man. Like Haley and I went to the courthouse with tuxedo tees, and we're better for it. Like I'm not
I've
paying
been-
off a
yeah.
fucking wedding debt.
I wore buttons.
Yeah.
I've been married for almost 21 years, and we had a church wedding 3 or 4 months after we
Yeah.
got married.
My
so-
grandparents were married fucking like 51 years and they eloped, literally went to the courthouse, got married. Nobody was there.
My parents found out because they read the wedding or the marriage certificate license thing in the paper. That's how they
Oh,
found
the
out.
wedding announcement or
Yeah.
whatever.
No, not the-
the engagement announcement.
Literally the only
in
downfall to the fact
in the
that-
legal section, the filed for a marriage certificate.
They used to do that with the printing press.
Yeah,
You got to remember, the telephone wasn't around when Scott got married.
That's
so
true, man.
Snail mail was still a thing.
What the fuck? Who's he marrying?
It takes forever to put those wedding announcements when you're chiseling it into
Yeah.
stone.
Right?
But the only downfall to the way we got married is that we didn't get all the free shit.
Yeah, right?
We didn't get to do the whole like send out a registry and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't know how much more random crap I need though.
Yeah, I think you're set, dude.
I've got plenty of stuff.
Unless you like, you know, what'd been funny? Like if you do the registry and just put like the most weirdest shit, be like, yeah, I need a 4-inch dildo. I need fucking like I can just like start like adding.
That's what I
wacky
need to do
shit.
now that we've had the 1 year is send out like the wedding, like the marriage announcements with the registry, but register somewhere fucking just
Like Spencer's Gifts.
odd as fuck. Just be like,
This couple's registered as Spencer's. What the fuck?
Tractor Supply.
yeah. I'm just gonna register for a bunch of fucking games and shit. Just be like,
so I'm going to give a shout out to a company, even though they're not a sponsor of us or anything like that. But
Who?
the name of the company is Assholes Live Forever,
yeah, I was looking at them.
right?
You showed
But
me that website.
I did. I showed you that website. And the coolest thing about their website, let me see if I can pull it up real quick, is they don't have that. Their website isn't assholesliveforever.com because they can't do anything with it. So
You can't advertise the name.
where the fuck
Who's
is
the owner? Because it's somebody famous. Ah, fuck.
So, anyways, that was my weekend.
Nice.
It's been 1 year.
their website is lindafinegold.com is their website.
Yeah.
You click on it and you see the shit that you should do your registry there.
I should.
Because
That's what I need to do.
fucking awesome,
Yes.
awesome
That's what I need to do.
stuff.
I need to register there.
I think it's Krill's website.
Yeah.
I need to go I need to call them and be like, can I do a wedding registry with you
Yes,
guys?
please.
I want some of the fucking luggage.
They have a bag. It's a black duffel bag. And all it says on the side in white print, it just says drug money.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
You gotta take it to Nicaragua.
I'll take it fucking everywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to register at like Optics Planet.
There you go.
It's gonna be fucking gun parts. So like,
Don't register there. Anybody that buys you something out there, it'll never fucking show up.
Yeah.
yeah, their shipping is fucked.
Yeah. Like, it's going to be like 2 days to 8 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their shipping's fucked. But that's what I need. I need to register on like vortex.com.
Yeah.
Fucking
Go another shout out to friends of ours at
Grey
have a
Ghost.
business.
Fucking register at Grey Ghost.
Either Grey Ghost or milehighshooting.com.
Mile High Shooting, yeah.
I've bought a lot of shit at Mile High lately.
Yeah.
There's somebody else we got to give a shout out to, and I actually forgot it today.
Dick.
But
Did somebody give us a present? You kept it?
Our buddy Matt.
Oh, did you bring
Hilligoss?
it?
I didn't. I forgot it.
Fuck you.
It's at the house.
Hilliboss?
Haley might bring it
No.
back. No, Matt redacted.
Yeah.
He's out in Iraq. He's a contract. Redacted.
Oh.
You might have, you might have,
That
you might have to actually redact that.
Yeah, let's cut that part out.
Redact his company name.
Our buddy Matt.
Yeah.
our
Our buddy Matt who does things in places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our buddy Matt flew a flag over the embassy in Baghdad for Warfighter.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's
awesome.
dope.
and we
Yeah.
fucking appreciate it.
So
It's
last
amazing.
podcast recording. After the recording, I get home and I get a picture from Mikey. And all it is, no caption, no anything. And it's just a picture of a folded flag and then their certificate signed by a sergeant and a staff sergeant in the United States Marine Corps because they guard the embassies.
Yep.
And, saying that on this date in August, a couple weeks ago, they flew this flag over the embassy in Baghdad, Iraq. And I was like, I was shit-faced, but I was like a giddy little school
It was fucking
kid.
great. He forwarded it to
Yeah.
me, and I'm like,
He's like, that's awesome. I'm like, you're fucking right, it is.
If the show get big enough that fucking Freedom Friends can get one of those.
Right? Shit.
So Warfighter, February would be 5 years for Warfighter. And
Yeah.
that is the first flag that we got.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I think it's fucking awesome
I
for you
know.
guys. And I'm hoping like when we hit the 5-year mark as a show,
Sure.
shit like that happens.
I mean,
It's just because, like, I remember when we started Warfighter, I walked into Black Rifle's headquarters that were in Salt Lake before they moved down here,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a flag that was flown. I think it was in Afghanistan, and they had a nice like shadow box hanging up
Yeah.
on the wall and
They're a
everything
different
like that.
level, though.
And I'm like, that's fucking cool as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, someday I'd love to fucking have one of those.
Yeah.
And you sent me that picture, and like, I literally like put my phone down and went and jerked off.
My dad has one
Yeah,
that got flown for him over the embassy in Iraq.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But then again, he was also a field grade officer when he was there, and I think he could just walk down there and request it.
I got
give me a
I was
flag.
an E4.
I was a non-commissioned officer, and nobody ever fucking did that for me.
I was an NCO. I didn't get shit. I didn't get anything but fucking blamed.
I got a flag when I retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they did like the flag where like they like a PFC comes out and like they pass it to a lance corporal, and a lance corporal passes it to a corporal, and a corporal passes it all the way up to staff sergeant. And then my buddy John Longendorf, shout out to you, buddy. He fucking presented it to me.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
And then all this, he's all crying and shit. And I was just, as I received it, I was like, you're a fag. And he's like, God damn it. Like middle of my fucking retirement ceremony, I'm like, you're a queer bitch. But it's like, God damn it. All right. I'm good. I was like, all right, man.
I just fucking love you, bro.
And then yeah. So that's the only flag I ever got. Well, I have my grandfather's from when he passed, from his funeral. They presented me one at his funeral.
Yeah.
Which was funny because I was off active duty. I'd already retired. I was here in San Antonio. I'd flown to Phoenix
Floon?
to flown.
Is that a word?
I'd flown.
I flewed.
I flewed I flew over to Phoenix.
It's flown.
Yeah, I'd
Fuck,
flown.
are you from down Victoria, Texas
Fuck, I
area?
don't know.
It's that Baltimore accent.
Shit's fucking
Yeah.
rubbing off on me.
No, it's Baltimore.
Okay.
Where the fuck you were hiding that?
It's been storing it.
Oh, in your bullshit cup?
Flexibility is power, sir.
Let's see if it's reflexibility is power.
So, no, I went over there and I didn't know that I was going to get the flag. I didn't know I was receiving a flag from my grandfather's funeral.
Apparently is, because we know that Mikey's reflexes are nil.
Well, it's whoever he throws it at. That's going to be the problem.
Yeah, right.
If it's anything coming at him, he's like, juke to the left.
Yeah.
Got to make sure I'm in front of the projectile.
He's got that, like, so when you teach motorcycle riding, you teach the people to not look at the pothole or else they're going to hit it.
Yeah.
So you tell them to focus as far out on the road as they can see on whatever line they want to focus on or whatever place. And then they avoid the things that they're trying to avoid because they're not focused on them. I feel like Mikey's the same way. He's got like the Matrix vision and he can see like bullets flying slow motion.
So he knows
like,
where to stand.
yeah. Slides over and gets smacked by it.
Yeah. Anyways. It's my grandfather's funeral, you fucking cunts.
By the way, I have watched Mikey shoot himself with an airsoft weapon that he was firing across a room and still was able to hit himself with it.
It's true.
You know, it's a talent. It really is.
Where do you think he got the nickname?
Yeah.
The talent. So, but when I retired, that was my job, was doing those funerals. Part of my job on I&I duty was doing military funerals.
Yeah.
So when the guy, like they did the ceremony and he folded another one and he steps in front of my aunt as the next of kin, and my aunt's like, actually, can you present it to his grandson? And I didn't know this was happening.
Oh, shit.
And he fucking takes a knee in front of me, and as he's doing it, I go, don't fuck it up. And he's like,
that's Scott's speech every time there's a color guard anywhere we go.
Don't fuck it up.
It's usually a high school color guard.
Yeah.
And I like gather them in. I'm like, hey guys, like I was in the military for a while. I used to do the color guard and we're all counting on you. Do not fuck this up.
yeah.
Everywhere we
Everywhere.
go.
All the
It's
time.
awesome.
My grandfather's funeral, when that happened, the color guard came out and fucking nobody went anywhere near him because they showed up and I was looking over and I was going to go talk to him and I looked over and I saw like the lowest ranked person was like an E6 and I was like, all right, I think you guys got it. Like, I'm just going to fucking, and they did.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was on the fly because that was that whole my grandfather was buried in the ammo can thing because he was cremated and then put in the ammo can. There's no way you're fucking trained for that shit.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It happens.
For the ammo can
you do
thing?
it for urns. It would be the same thing for an urn.
Yeah, but like
I
the
have
way they
never been
handled
trained
it,
for
like
that.
they
Really?
did this whole like fucking perfect hand motion and shit and like snapped it too and like fucking set it down. And I was like, dude, that looked like you fucking practiced. And like, but I know they didn't practice because I had positive control of that motherfucker the whole time. So I don't know how the fuck they did it so squared away, but
Bro,
it was sharp.
After you do a couple hundred of them, you're just like, you'll look in and be like, what's going on? That's the thing. Got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fucking.
So
We got our unit got tasked out with funeral details
All the time.
fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Every time. So they call them DRF cycles, Division Reaction Force. They had 1, 2, and 3. You had training, deployment ready, and then you had your regular fucking whatever the fuck, like
Post cleanup.
admin shit.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
And when we were on that cycle, that's when they stuck a squad or a platoon on funeral details. And so instead of like training battle drills or cleaning weapons or doing whatever the fuck you're doing, you're literally sitting out in the parking lot doing facing movements and
with
dry
an actual
fires.
casket.
Yeah, and dry fires and
Yeah.
I mean we fucking trained. We trained
Hours.
as hard for a funeral detail as we did as training enter and clear a fucking trench.
And we were good at them.
And we were really fucking
I luckily
good
only
at
had
it.
to do one,
Yeah.
but
I got a story.
when
about
I got assigned to that detail, literally that
You
whole
drunk
week,
one?
all of
I
my
think you
other
already told that.
Did I already tell
I think
that?
you told
all
that.
other training was for me was done. Like it was just a week straight of just being ready for that one funeral detail.
Yeah.
There was some 3-star.
Dude, we would get them all the time. They'd come in fucking, hey, you got fucking 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. It was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like-
the worst one I ever did was like a 24-year-old who committed suicide.
Yeah.
And god damn it, that one was tough. Like the old guys, like you get it.
Well,
you're-
yeah, like the 3-star that died.
yeah.
The dude was like 89.
I don't
Yeah.
even
And
know
it was
what
like-
rank these people were, but it didn't matter.
When you got the young ones, though.
But like
yeah, that's tough.
like the most of the funeral details we did was an older guy that just died, right?
This
And
is pre Pre-war.
Yeah, this is pre-war, and no, it was after. This is probably in between 2003.
Yeah,
and
but
4.
nobody was deployed.
This
we
guy
were-
might have been.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, you do the old guys
But
one,
it's not
right?
deployment deaths.
And with
Yeah,
the
is
old,
what
with the old guy one, there's not as much emotion, right? And so you're focusing on just being fucking squared away.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
and-
if you're 89, you had a
Yeah.
good fucking run.
yeah, you
Like,
had a good run.
we took it seriously
Yeah.
and we showed him the respect he deserved, and
Absolutely.
we trained like hell for it. But,
man,
still,
but like when you're presenting the flag to a fucking 20-year-old chick,
yeah, his
Yeah,
wife,
my
is
fuck.
fucking-
And
yeah.
and there's
It
a
just
fucking
destroys
and there's
you.
a 6-month-old baby she's holding. Like I didn't have to present the flag, but like just trying to like maintain your composure while it's happening. It
Did you
was-
ever have to?
what?
Was it the flag?
No, it was always an officer that did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always had to do it.
Yeah.
No, it was always
Like,
an
'cause
officer.
It's the
and,
same
like-
way with my grandfather. It was an officer that did it.
Well,
But I
if
think the Army
it's-
does it a
if
little
an officer,
different.
If an officer dies, an officer does it.
No, it's always an officer,
And,
second
like,
lieutenant.
if it's like as a staff sergeant, I could do staff NCOs and below, but I
Yeah.
couldn't do like
Yeah,
senior
the
staff
Army must
NCOs
be
and
different
shit,
then, because
like-
I've only ever seen officers
Yeah.
present the
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, we always had an officer
Because
that's
there's always
attached to the
there's
detail.
always like
Yeah.
there's always an OIC on those things.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
never just like an all enlisted crew.
So I was always enlisted for us.
Yeah,
And,
see, in
like,
the Army,
yeah.
they can't,
unless it
they
was an
can't
officer
police
that
their
passed
own.
away.
Yeah, you can't you can't just like throw an E7 on there and be like, it'll be fine.
No.
Like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Bro, fucking my sergeants, my corporals were doing it. Fucking
Wow.
I'd have corporals.
It was always an
fucking-
officer.
I'd have like a fucking like if a lance corporal died, like a guy who was a lance corporal in the fucking Marine Corps in like Korea
Really?
and shit, and then he passed away or whatever. I'd have a fucking detail of corporals out there. They'd be like, "Fucking, I got it."
Structure's way different in the Corps though.
We're smaller.
It's
Yeah.
much smaller. There's just not as much density and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm gonna raise the glass and say, fucking, to all
Are you
those
trying to
folded
say-
flags that got handed out.
Absolutely.
Here's to you guys.
Cheers.
A little whiskey a day keeps the COVID away.
Yeah, I remember I still remember the speech, man, because you have to say it verbatim.
oh yeah.
And it's on behalf of the President of the United States, the United States Marine Corps, and a grateful nation. Please accept this flag as a symbol of your loved one's honorable and faithful service.
Oh, the Army's was longer.
Yeah.
They changed it over the years.
Yeah, no, the Army's
that was
was
like
way
that
longer.
was like the third one that I had to do because the original one was
Even I can memorize that.
yeah.
The Army's though, it was
the Army's
long.
it was long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good
Like-
fucking 20-second spiel.
Yeah, it was like that for a while, and then because it used to be your honorable and loved ones, your loved ones' honorable and faithful service to country and corps, and it had like a bunch of
Yeah.
different shit in it. Yeah, like and then it came down from headquarters Marine Corps. They were like, "This is the verbiage.
Yep.
Don't deviate." And we were like, "Roger that." So,
No, the Army's doesn't deviate, but it's much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just different.
So
yeah,
I gotta give it to my grandmother though. When she accepted her flag, she fucking took it like a champ.
yeah.
Sat there fucking
Yeah. My grandma.
straight backed,
Do
whole
you
9
guys,
yards. It was
do you guys
beautiful.
tuck in the 3 empty shells and
Yeah, into the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do a detail with full honors,
Yeah.
because a lot of like
even if we didn't,
if you die tomorrow, you don't rate
right?
you rate a military funeral, but you don't rate a 21 gun salute.
Yeah, but he can't die.
You know what I
So
mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's
After
true.
his
What's the,
series of
yeah.
service,
Well,
he
after
totally
his
gets
series,
a 21.
maybe-
No,
All right,
they're
Jazz.
they're putting
If
a
I
fucking,
die, fucking, they're gonna be like,
they're
this
putting a
motherfucker.
50-foot by 30-foot flag with 21 155 casings in it,
Yeah.
and presenting it to fucking Michelle.
Yeah.
What's
Just in the garrison at
so
28 by 30 feet.
what's the regulation of who qualifies and who doesn't? I have no idea.
Well, combat deaths
Yeah.
qualify. And honestly, and this is fucked up, officers
Yeah.
and
But I believe it's retired officers. I don't think it's just like you did 6 years and separated.
yeah, I think in retirees.
Yeah, but no, that can't be true because we did funerals for guys like from
But-
fucking Korea
but
that
I-
were
But I think it also has to do with the campaign or theater that they were in. Because like my grandfather's in World War II, and he got full 21 and everything.
It also depends on what the family elects
Oh, really?
for the service.
the only
So,
the
'cause
only
They're
I
not
had
going to tell.
to-
They're not going to tell the family no.
Well,
No,
I
I
essentially
agree,
had to
yeah.
go with my family. They weren't going to do it. They weren't going to do like the full military funeral.
Oh,
and everything.
really?
And I don't really know why I was there. I'm glad I was now. But when we were having the discussion about the service and everything, my grandmother and her kids and everything were all like, we shouldn't do it. Sid wouldn't want all the pomp and circumstance and da 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 da. And I finally was just like, Sid's dead and doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love my grandfather and we were very close, but he's fucking dead. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't get an opinion on this. And to be honest with you, this full funeral and the honors and everything, there's generals now that were lieutenants under my grandfather's command that want to come and show their fucking respect. Like, not only did he earn it, but this funeral isn't for Sid. This funeral is for all of those that he impacted, for everybody that was in his command line, for everybody he impacted, for those of us that know how important the U.S. Army was to him. This is our way of saying goodbye and showing the respect that we wanted. So when it came down to that, a lot of it is the family and how big they want to go. Because my grandmother's like, yes, we'll do it to where because he's buried at Fort Sam.
Right.
You know, but he was a commander at Fort Sam. So that's why he went there and not Arlington. But it came down to the family of how big do you want to go? And I was like, do it all. Like the full case on, he fucking earned it. He had 31 years, retired as a full bird colonel. Like, he gets everything.
Michelle knows. We've had this conversation. If she doesn't remember, I hope she listens to this podcast. But
I thought we were launching that out of a cannon.
No.
Like, not cremated. Like, we're just going to stuff you into a cannon and just fucking...
Evil style.
You guys can do that after the fact.
Oh, gotcha.
But for the funeral detail, my request is it must be Army.
Yeah.
I would like them to be infantrymen, and $1,000 check will be written to, or cash handed to them for their bar tab that night, and they're invited to come hang out.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm gonna get them fucked up.
Fucking nice.
Like, you know what I mean?
like it.
Yeah.
Fucking like it.
You know,
I'll make sure that happens.
$1,000.
Do you guys know where?
Fucking, I'll tell you now. I can, like, Michelle squared away, but
Yeah.
if for some reason she forgets, I'll tell you right now. If that shit happens,
I got
if
that.
we are still
Yeah.
friends when all that shit
Absolutely.
goes down, I think all the boys here will make sure that
Yeah.
whoever puts you in the ground, we'll get them fucked up.
Like,
So do you guys?
Dude, we're all going before Scott. Y'all
That's
fucking know
fucking
it.
true.
the request goes, because I'll have military friends there, right? Hopefully at my funeral.
Friends is a strong word.
Yeah. But
Well, it depends if he re-enlists
like
or not. 'Cause we'll never hit.
she needs to make a request that they get us wherever they come from. They spend the night close to where the funeral is going to be, and they hang out, and they get to hang out with my Army buddies, and they get $1,000 tab. And if they don't fucking spend it all that night, they divide it up. I don't give a fuck.
Is it possible to turn somebody's cremated remains into rounds?
Shots?
Well, Scott, I'll put it to you this way.
No,
because
like-
I know I'm going to be there as long as I don't die before you do.
Right.
They have an open-ended tab. It's not $1,000 bucks.
Yeah.
Because if these motherfuckers can drink, then fucking game on. Let's do this. I got my card.
Yeah, right.
We'll
You know what I
fucking
mean?
Yeah. Pay for the Article 15.
yeah.
and
We'll make sure nobody's able to walk afterwards.
Yeah, I'll sign sworn
we'll square that
statements all
away.
day.
Yeah.
I want to be like those Vietnam vets.
Be like, what are you talking about? They DD'd for all of us.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Do you guys know where you want to be buried?
So he mentioned Arlington. Arlington's by invitation only now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
my
then fill
my
it up.
grandfather on my paternal side is in Arlington.
I received an invitation, which
Well,
is weird because
You're
I'm not
retired.
dead.
You're
If you
you're
were
combat vet and retired.
If you were dead, you wouldn't have received the invitation.
Yeah,
But
right.
I think they went to
But I
invitation
thought
only
that's
to
when
make
they
sure
invited people.
Well, there's a huge generation of combat.
It'd be
now.
fucked up
Yeah.
if they weren't dead and they buried them there.
There's a huge generation of combat vets, and I think that's why I went to invite only.
They sent me the invite before I even got out.
Plus, you're a Purple Heart recipient.
Yeah, in the V and all that
Yeah.
shit. So they sent me an invite, so I have the option to be buried in Arlington. But honestly, I would rather it be convenient for my family
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be dead and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So put me in Fort Sam. If I'm here, put me in Fort Sam. If I'm fucking
Yeah,
know,
Arlington's
wherever.
beautiful, but I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, taking a picture. Sorry, guys.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a little weird when you want to go like visit the gravestone of the loved one that you have to go into like the fucking Rolodex at Arlington and figure
Yeah.
out like the fucking grid
Yeah.
coordinate for where they are and then go
Yeah.
fucking hunt it down. But
Yeah.
like my dad, my grandfather, my grandmother are all buried in Phoenix's National Cemetery. So it would kind of be cool to be buried there, close to them. You know, the first time I saw my dad's, because I'm a junior. You know, so the first time
You are a junior.
So the first time I saw
remember
my
the first time I saw that,
yeah,
I was like,
when I saw my dad's grave, that's my fucking name.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
And at the time I was a sergeant and he was a sergeant. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, man. Like, it was weird. You know,
Yeah.
the only thing it said U.S. Air Force instead of U.S. Marine Corps. But yeah.
my grandfather and I we're one initial off, but other than that, the names are the same. And so standing in front of it, because they don't put the full name, they put the initial.
Right.
So
It hits home, dude.
other than the fact that his shit said Colonel underneath it, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like staring at this white stone with my name on it, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow,
It's fucking weird, right?
okay.
That
It's a weird feeling.
can you get the white stone even if you're not in a national cemetery?
Yeah, that just depends on what you buy.
Depending on the cemetery.
Because
like the one in Phoenix, they don't have the white stones. They have like the ground plates.
Yeah, some cemeteries have restrictions on what you can do, but as long as they allow it.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not you're allowed to have vertical
But here's the thing,
but that's literally all I want.
If you're not getting buried in a national cemetery, you have to buy your plot.
Yeah. You have to buy your plot and you have to buy your headstone. And you have to,
you don't have to buy the headstone because it's provided, right?
If you go into a military one, yes. So like if you got buried at Fort Sam, they'll provide it. If you go into a private cemetery, you have to buy your headstone.
Even if it's the military one?
No. If you go to a military one.
No.
Or the white one?
I don't know. I
want private plots. I think you have to buy it all.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that works.
Morbid ass episode.
Yeah, it is. but you never see the white military headstone in a private cemetery.
That's because most of the time it's not you picking. It's the people afterwards, and so they pick some memorial that they think is. They're like, well, I want him to have granite or whatever.
Well,
my
best friend John, when he was doing Iraq, he doesn't have the white one. Like he's got like the big like the monument, like the fucking boots and the rifle and the helmet and shit.
Cool. Oh, he got the soldier's cross put in.
So he's got the soldier's cross and then his plates on the base of it with all of his
it's like a statue, or is it like engraved into something?
It's a fucking statue. It's
that's
fucking like
dope.
3 foot tall. Like they fucking dropped coin on it, man. Like because when you die on active duty, you get your next of kin gets a death gratuity benefit, which is like $100K.
Mm-hmm.
So that's before your SGLI kicks in. You know what I mean? So you there's 2 payments.
Well, and if you die on active,
SGLI.
but if you die on active duty too, then the military foots the bill for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But she just took her death gratuity benefit and was like, I'm just going to buy him a monument that I want.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so, half my family's buried in Bourne National Cemetery in Massachusetts, down Cape Cod.
Yeah,
and so I'm assuming then that's where I'm going to fucking be.
You have a family plot?
No, it's a national cemetery. It's Bourne National Cemetery down there. And so my grandfather, 3 great uncles, I got a couple other uncles that are in there, like fucking everybody. Everybody in my mom's side of the family is military is all buried there. So that's probably where I'm going to be.
Yeah. I mean,
it's super nice.
So probably the largest life-changing moment that I've ever had, and this is going to sound super sappy, but was meeting Caitlin.
Yeah.
It changed everything for me. Just my whole perspective on everything. It brought me out of...
Are you more or less of an asshole now?
Less.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, Caitlin.
She actually toned me down.
Good job, Caitlin.
Wow.
I'm surprised because...
she actually toned me down. And she brought me out of what I now realize was arguably kind of a couple-year depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kind of brought me out of that and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, she's biggest life-changing moment I've ever had. I've got better friends now, stronger relationships with, Justin and the rest of my family and stuff than I've ever had before. And arguably, she kind of saved my life. And so I think now, assuming that she doesn't fucking leave me between now and the time that I'm fucking off, I think I'd like to be cremated and taken back to the Sahara and spread there, which is where I met her. And I'd like to wrap it all up.
Go full circle.
Where I met her and wrap it up there. Plus, once a year the fucking Sahara dust gets lifted up and like spread across the planet. So fucking just spread over everything. That'd be fucking dope.
One day we'll be like, smell that? It smells like jazz.
This motherfucker.
So either that or I want to be cremated and spread on the fucking forehead of people during Ash Wednesday.
If I'm sitting outside one day and I start smelling it, I'm like, this is
memories.
Whiskey.
It smells like asshole.
And really bad to sit.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jazz.
So
I got a Sono shit then. This actually reminded me of a Sono shit, boys.
Okay.
Sono shit, there I was. I had to take a PFT, right?
I fucking hate PFTs.
And at the time, I was
That'd be
headquartered.
a physical fitness test for all you non-military.
Yeah.
peoples.
So I was headquartered
If you're
out
in
of
the Army,
Henderson
it's
Hall.
a PFT because we have to mark that
Army
shit.
one.
It's an Army physical fitness.
Right. So I was headquartered. My HNS, basically where my book fucking sat, was at Headquarters Marine Corps at Henderson Hall in DC. But my office was in Woodbridge, Virginia, and my field office,
Woodbridge, Virginia,
Woodbridge.
Jesus.
And then my fucking field office was up in Aberdeen. So I lived and worked in Aberdeen, but my main office, the program office, was in Woodbridge, but my fucking book was kept in DC. It's a big fucking clusterfuck trying to figure shit out.
Classy broad having offices and shit.
Ooh, right? My office was a single wide. It was me and a gunny in his trailer.
You ever been to Woodbridge, Virginia?
No.
Do you know that that mall? The only
The
reason
outlet mall?
The only reason to go to Woodbridge is the big ass mall.
It's an outlet mall inside. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Next door to the mall, there's a Walmart. Across from the Walmart, there's this strange government building. That's where my office was. It was that strange government building. It's not behind anything. It's just there.
Fucking
very,
Woodbridge,
very weird.
Virginia.
It's a fucking shithole. But I digress. So I had to go to Henderson Hall to run the PFT. I've never ran this course. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know where I was going.
Aren't they standardized?
Aren't they usually a circle?
No,
So sometimes they're not.
The Marine likes to run. They run them on the streets.
Yeah.
So they'll like do this weird like you got to go down here, and then you take a left, and then you take a right, and then you loop around. The Marines are weird about it. The Army's just like, here's a track. Run this many times around it. Like,
so this fucking idiot gives me the worst directions on the fucking planet, right? To run this PFT. So I do my pull-ups, I do my crunches. It's all good. And then I go on the run. This is the last PFT I
go
ran
down to where
run.
the old KFC used to be and hook a left.
Their fucking PFT course goes through Arlington.
Oh.
There's a fucking funeral going on while my ass is on green in silkies and a green t-shirt and a fucking glow belt running, and there's a fucking funeral procession going, and I'm like, ugh. So I'm like, I don't want to fail this fucking PFT. Fucking hurry the fuck up, guys. But I get it. Like, I'm like, fuck. So I run around this motherfucker around the back end, right? And fucking basically skirt the funeral. I go down. I get to this fucking intersection. I'm supposed to take a right. Turns out I was supposed to take a right and then the immediate left. I just took the right. And I go down, and then I see him fucking honking his horn and waving at me because he's fucking lazy. And he's like, you got to go this way. I'm a quarter mile away. So I turn the fuck around. I run back up this fucking hill, then turn right. I end up failing the fucking run because I end up running for fucking 36 minutes. You know? And I'm like, and he's like, well, you failed the PFT. I was like, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face, bro, if you write it down like that. I was like, I ran a 21. And he's like, it's a 36. I was like, I ran a 21. And he's like, ran a 21. I was like, you fucking cocksucker. You run me through funerals. You run me through fucking, you give me the worst directions on record. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Right? So I ran a 21.
Nice.
You know the best part of that story?
Huh.
Is just the idea of Mikey doing cardio.
Yeah, right? That's hilarious, yeah.
It's saying that he ran
I
fast.
too run 21s.
Mine's a 3 mile.
Oh, yeah. Army's is a 2. Shit.
My fastest PFT I ever ran was 1840.
Wow.
I was
For 3 miles?
Yeah.
Jeez,
I
that
had
is
fucking I had wheels, bro.
Yeah.
I had wheels back in the day.
My
man.
fastest 2 mile is at 12:31.
Yeah, that's about
That's
where mine was.
fucking money, dude.
Not really. That's about average for what your fucking 3 mile was.
Yeah.
My average for my 3 mile was
If you would have asked me to run another mile after I did my 12:31,
Oh, God damn,
I would have
no.
been like,
Hell
fuck
no.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I literally crossed the finish line and puked for
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get to the halfway point right around 9.5 minutes.
no, my fastest
A
ever was
mile
like
and a half.
12:47 or some
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
I ran faster than you. I ran a 12. It was 12:30 something.
Yeah.
Fucking hate running.
Yeah,
So
I
did
ran an 1843 mile. That was right after sergeant's course. I was in the best shape of my life.
We ran so much.
We-
though.
that's
I
all we
fucking
did was
hated
run
it.
around.
Now, had I
man.
gone in straight out of high school, because I was a soccer player in high school, and our team, you couldn't be on it unless you did 2 miles in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And literally every other week, we did a 2 mile run. And if you didn't hit 12 minutes,
You
you,
look
got
like a
benched.
soccer player.
But they benched you if you couldn't do 2 and 12.
For us, they didn't really care what the time was per se, but if you cross that finish line
And you weren't dying.
weren't throwing up,
Yeah.
then you did not.
Yeah, you didn't try.
Yeah, you didn't try.
So, well, the nice thing was then I made sergeant. We were all small unit, so we'd go out and do push-ups and sit-ups. And they were like, "How fast did you run?" I was like, "I don't know, fucking 13, 20." They're like, "Yeah, sounds good." Like, that was-
I told the story
we
about
just didn't
my
put down ridiculous times, and it was like it was just
Well,
fast enough.
10:52.
Yeah,
What?
It was fast enough to we were all getting like, an 85 to like a 90.
We had a couple
like somewhere in
we
there.
had a
and it
couple
was-
lieutenants that would literally run it in I think the 9s.
Yeah.
A 2 mile.
We had an LT.
Like, what the
this dude
fuck? And he'd
is-
cross the finish line and be like, good to go.
This dude's on the other side of the fence now.
Yeah.
But Barnett.
yeah, yeah. That's
this
what I'm
dude,
talking about.
This dude is a fucking fucking machine.
Yeah.
Like I was behind him in line, so that means I had to hold his feet for sit-ups. So we did push-ups, right? And I maxed my push-ups. I think maximum push-ups is like 73. I think I did like 85. And I was like pumped. I'm like, fuck yeah, fucking crushed it. He gets up and he's pissed. I'm like, sir, why the fuck are you mad? I'm like, you maxed it. He's like, yeah, I thought I was gonna get 130. I only go to 125. I'm like, fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right. So,
So-
he does sit-ups, right? Same fucking thing. He's pissed. like, why are you upset now, sir? He's like, oh, I was shooting for 150. I only got 140. I'm like, fucking dick. So we go run, right? And he runs like 9 and some change for a 2 mile.
Fuck that.
Like 9 and low change.
He gets done with the whole fucking thing, and he's like unbelievably upset with himself because on the extended scale, he wanted a 400, and he got like a 397.
The funny thing is that when it comes to actual like points or anything,
Yeah.
that extended scale
It doesn't
do
mean
dick
shit.
for
No,
you.
you get 300. That's it.
So in the infantry, it does a lot for you.
Fuck that.
I had this kid, Luke Buchko, this motherfucker, and I think I told a story about Luke one time. He was a fucking rabbit. He ran a 15-minute 3 mile.
Fuck.
Wow.
The fucking machine. He was out of his fucking mind fast, right? And
Fuck that.
he got promoted to
Why?
corporal.
I don't need to get anywhere that fast.
Yeah, right?
I get a car.
Yeah.
So Luke gets promoted to corporal.
I
and
have to have a
as
car.
customary in the Marine Corps, when you get promoted to corporal, you get your blood stripes, right? So we fucking give him his blood stripes, right? So he is fucking bruised from his fucking ass to his knees. He's just black on both sides, right? And this little Italian kid from Philly, right? Like he's fucked up. And he's limping and shit the next day. And the rule was with our gunny is if you fell out of a run, you had to take a PFT on Saturday.
Oh.
So Monday morning, he's limping and falls out of a run. Gunny's sitting there fucking tearing into his ass, ripping him up. He has no fucking idea who this kid is.
Yeah.
He just sees the PFC or the fucking brand newly promoted to corporal,
Right.
you know, who is in Okinawa wearing sweatpants when it's fucking 90 degrees and 100% humidity at 4
Falling out of a
a.m.
run. Yeah.
And he fell out of a run. He's like, you're wearing fucking pants like a fucking moron. And he's ripping into this kid. And I'm like, Gunny, I got him. And he's like, you better fucking get him. And he's like, Saturday, PFT, that motherfucker's there. And I was like, roger that. And it pissed him off.
Yeah.
And this fucking kid was like, normally he ran like a fucking 17-minute 3 mile.
Yeah.
Because 18 minutes is a perfect score. So
Yeah.
he would get under that. And this kid was fucking pissed. And he was like, fuck this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And the rule was you ran it until you beat Gunny. When Gunny ran like a 23-minute PFT or some shit,
Yeah.
you know, because usually the run drops, they were like run drops. So they were like in the 25s, 26s, you know.
Right.
Up there.
Weren't fucking passing anyways.
Right. So fucking Buchko ran that bitch fucking like in 15 minutes. And when he passed Gunny, he turned around, ran backwards for like a quarter of a mile and talked to him the whole time. And then turned around and fucking burned his ass. Ran a 15-20 PFT.
Yeah. Fucking nasty.
It was just fucking ruthless. And I'm fucking, because it was my Marine, I had to be out there with him. So I'm out there fucking Saturday morning. I'm
Giggling.
standing there and he comes in and I'm like, you fucking asshole. And he's like, what? I was like, he's going to yell at me now. And he's like, why? I was like, because you just fucking embarrassed the fuck out of him, dude. And he's like, sorry, Staff Sergeant, my bad, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, all right. So Gunny pulls up. I was a sergeant then, actually. He pulls up and he's like, you know, he's sucking wind. He's dying. And he ran like a 24-minute PFT. I'm like, you good, Guns? And he's like, that kid's got an extra fucking gear. And I was like, yeah, he's a fucking machine. He goes, what the fuck did he fall out of the run? He's like, Buchko. He just got promoted, huh? And I was like, yep. And he looked at me, he goes, motherfucker. He knew exactly why. And he's like, why didn't you fucking say something? I was like, I'm not going to admit to hazing the motherfucker, dude. No. Like, fuck, man. Like, fuck that kid. Make him run a fucking mile.
We wanted to use you instead, bitch.
Yeah. So he was like, so I caught a little bit of an ass chewing, but he was like, you fucking dickbag. Like, he's like, hey. He's like, I'm not a fucking asshole. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of an asshole. he's like, but if I fucking, you know, if that shit goes down, don't make me run the motherfucker on Saturday. Right. I know he's gonna fucking smoke me. He was like, how fucking? He was like, what was his time? I was like 15:20, and he goes, what the fuck? And I was like, he's the fastest in the battalion, man. Yeah. I was like, that's why I was like, you sure you want him to run on Saturday? And he was like, fuck. All right, carry on. I was like, roger that. See you Monday.
Well, it's about that time, boys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck, this one went by quick.
Yep. So I'm going to raise my glass to fucking...
I was going to ask, what did we learn?
All right, what did we learn?
I don't know.
What did we learn, John?
Fucking there you go.
Huh?
We learned that you like garbage drinks.
No, it's not that I like them.
Well, speaking of not garbage drinks, this John Bar whiskey is going mighty fine with my my Garrison Crow. I don't fucking. It just does it right.
Yeah,
every
that's what
fucking time.
I'm on that train too.
And if you want to try some of these tasty sticks, go over to warfightertobacco.com.
Use code Freedom Friends. Score yourself a sweet
15% off, including on the new merch. I believe that.
I got a couple new T-shirts and whatnot.
So you can go in there and score yourself some goodies.
Also, check out owellness.us.
Yes.
Use code Freedom Friends 20.
Get 20% off over there.
That's right, man, for all your CBD needs. So I need to get some lotion.
So
shit's so good.
My fucking back hurts, man.
So take all those
Get that
codes
freeze gel too.
and the link to our podcast.
How much lubricant does the freeze gel have in it?
Yeah,
It's what
depends on how fast you are.
What are you trying to use it for?
Well, you know what I'm trying to use it for.
Yeah.
Butthole pleasures.
It'll do the job.
All right. All right.
So take all those codes and the link to the podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your mom's friends.
God damn.
That there's some mediocre shit out there.
There is.
They can get their hands on. And on that note, I'm going to raise my glass, boys. I'm going to say thank you for being my freedom friends.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Salute.
And with all the other words of wisdom we've given you today, we just have a couple more. And that is to smoke on.
Drink on.
God damn it.
Freedom the fuck on.
There it is, boys.
Beautiful.
Go haze a motherfucker.
That was the first time we nailed that.
Yeah, we did.
Only took a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking mediocre at best.
There you go. What are you going to do?
Later.